Hey, Foodie Gang! So we're doing a bonus episode. We're making my version of Better Than Sex Cake. And I'm going to show you guys how to make homemade caramel using milk. And I'm just getting my ingredients prepped out for the caramel. And Way, what's going on? What's going on, Way? How you doing? So, we got our mukbang in a little bit, but we're making Better Than Sex Cake. I'm going to show you guys how to make caramel. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I haven't made caramel in a long time, but we're gonna do it today. I'm gonna go over y'all head, but y'all make sure. And yes, we got it going on. Okay, so I baked the cake before we got here because it takes a while. So, slide y'all back. This is the yellow cake that we use. We got chocolate frosting, pecans, cream cheese, morsels, little candy bites. We got some candy that I cut up here. And in the front here we have toasted coconut, chocolate sauce, and we're going to make a caramel. And this is our toasted coconut. So we got a little bit of everything. A little bit of everything. And guess wait, so we got it going on. You already know, Better Than Sex Cake. So, I'm gonna go over y'all heads, get my vanilla out. And the cake is still warm, but that's okay. Because when we put the chocolate frosting on there, it's gonna be like melted kinda. So. Get the brown sugar. Y'all ready? Okay, I'm gonna get my small pot for the caramel so that you guys can see exactly what's going on. Hey, Susie B, how are you doing? We are making Better Than Sex Cake, my version, my way. So we got our yellow cake here. We got some chocolate frosting. And we got a whole bunch of delicious toppings. We have chocolate sauce here, candy bites, cream cheese morsels, pecans, and toasted coconut. And I'm going to show you guys how to make caramel sauce using milk. Caramel sauce typically has cream in it, but I don't have any cream, so we're going to try it with milk. And I have not made caramel sauce in a while, but I know I got this, y'all. Do y'all think I can do this? Turn down the music a little bit. Okay, so Susie B said, oh my goodness. Okay, my sister sent me this video for this Better Than Sex Cake, but I thought it was chocolate frosting, but I just rewatched the video and they had white frost or vanilla frosting. So this is Better Than Sex Cake, my version, my way. Okay, and I like chocolate, so this is perfect. So I'm gonna get this all out of the way here, and these are our toppings. It's gonna be going down, and we're gonna have a fish sandwich mukbang here very shortly. I'm just making the dessert, and speaking of which, I need to hurry up. Y'all know I'll be running on time. Okay, so we got our little pot here. And Susie B. Oh, and if you guys are on YouTube, check out Susie B's channel. She has a great channel and a great platform. She does a lot of like outdoorsy stuff. And also, she was making fresh orange juice the other day. So, check out her YouTube channel. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to combine the brown sugar. We're going to put it into our pot. And I haven't turned the heat on yet. So, we got our brown sugar in there. We got our butter. If you have unsalted butter, that's preferred. But I don't have that, so we're going to make it do what it do. The butter. Can y'all see everything? Can y'all see? And yes, Susie B, thank you also. You know, when I do go over to your channel, you're so welcoming, and it's such great conversation. And I be learning stuff too when I be over there. I like channels where I feel like, and I'm gonna turn the pot on medium. I like channels where I feel like there's things that I can learn. So we're going to put in our milk. And we're going to bring this to a boil. When you are making caramel or you're doing any type of sauce with sugar, you do not want to leave the stove. You want to definitely keep your eye on it. You don't want to have any accidents. Let me just rearrange some things here so y'all see the toppings, y'all see what's going on here. But yes, you don't want to leave the stove at any point in time. If you are making caramel, it can burn so quickly. And we're just going to bring it to a boil, and then we're going to cook until thickened for 1 to 2 minutes. We're going to remove it from the heat and stir in the vanilla extract. Let me see. And we're going to be putting in 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. This is the kind that I have. Yeah, there we go. We're making caramel. We are making caramel, foodies. And let me get a spoon to stir this with. And waste that cake. Yes, better than sex cake. So we're having a fish sandwich mukbang in like an hour and a half. So I need to hurry up. And I'm making the dessert. I already have the cake cooked. But I'm gonna try to make this caramel using milk. Normally when I make caramel, I have cream. And I'll be honest with you guys, I haven't made caramel in a while. But making caramel is super easy. There's no excuse for me why I don't make caramel. And I know how. You know what I really like to do though? I like to put a little bit of caramel in my coffee when I do have caramel sauce available. But caramel sauce is so yummy and yet so bad for you at the same time. So don't make this often. And can y'all see the color? It's that simple. We're gonna let this cook, and what we want to do, we want to bring it to a boil and cook this for about 1 to 2 minutes. Then we're gonna take it off the heat. If your caramel overcooks, it will become hard. It will become hard. So when you're cooking with sugar, it really matters about the temperature that you get it to. You don't want to overcook it. It'll become hard. May even burn. Oh, okay, Ralph. The hangout is still happening in an hour and a half, and we are just getting our dessert together. So we're making my version of Better Than Sex Cake. We have our yellow cake here. I just pulled it out of the oven. We're gonna put a whole bunch of toppings on there. And so it's still going down. It's still going down, y'all. The family's gonna come by. So y'all come back in a little bit. So this is the cake that we use. That we made. And then I got chocolate frosting, candy pieces, chocolate sauce, cream cheese morsels, pecan, crushed up pecans. You guys can't even see it. We got crushed up pecans right here, toasted coconut, and we're making our caramel sauce. But yes, you guys, dinner is still gonna happen. Dinner is still gonna happen. Last night we prepped out a lot of stuff, and so all we have to do is pretty much fry stuff today and get everything set up. But once this cake is done, and thank you so much, Ralph. And I want to start frosting the cake, but then it's like I don't want to leave this caramel sauce on the stove because I'm telling you guys, it only takes a moment. So we have brown sugar, butter, and milk in here. And thank you so much, Ralph. How's everybody's I'm about to say Super Bowl going? How's everybody's day going? Did you guys watch the halftime performance? Are you watching the Super Bowl today? And we're just letting that butter melt. Ooh, it's looking good already. And as this cooks and gets thick, it's gonna be good. Okay, I'll be honest with you guys. I did not watch the Super Bowl, but I tuned in for the halftime show. Just because I was kind of nosy. I wanted to see, you know what I'm saying, see what Kendrick Lamar was going to sing or rap. And, yeah, I just tuned in for that. You know, I was like, okay. It was a nice halftime show. I think he did a good job with the choreography and all that stuff. Some people were saying that they felt like the music wasn't really for the Super Bowl. And that, I could see why people would say that. Like, that wasn't crazy that somebody had said that. I kind of understood where they were coming from. So you don't want to leave the stove for too long with the caramel on there. I'm telling y'all, it could burn, but look at that. We are making caramel sauce. Okay, we got butter, brown sugar, and milk in here. And the recipe asks for unsalted butter, but I did use salted butter. That's all I have. Oh, Ralph said when they started sacking Mahomes, I turned it off. I don't know if I said that right. It does look like the Super Bowl. It's not looking too good for the weren't the Eagles in the league, and the Chiefs wasn't doing too good. Am I saying that correctly, Ralph? But this Super Bowl, you know how some Super Bowls be good, and you don't know who's gonna win. I don't know, y'all. I don't watch football that much, but it kind of looked like we all knew who was going to win based off the scoreboard, but I could be wrong. Look at that. I'm proud of myself because I haven't made caramel in a while, but caramel is really, really simple. And yes, okay, Ralph, thank you so much, Ralph. He said, yes, the Eagles got it. Yeah, it wasn't looking too good before the halftime show, and it was kind of looking like the game. It looked like the game was over, in my opinion. You know, when there's a certain point where it's like you losing too much. It's like, all right. And so we got. Once we turn this heat up, we're gonna bring this to a boil. Once we turn the heat off, we're gonna pour in our vanilla extract. And like I said, when you're making caramel, you don't want to leave the stove at all. And by bringing this to a boil, and letting it kind of like cook at a high temperature for a little bit, it is going to thicken the sauce. If you overcook your caramel, it'll become really, really hard. And it'll be like pretty much like candy. So we got a little bit of a boil there. In pastry class, they use like thermometers to make sure that they don't overcook their caramel. And then as your caramel cools, it's gonna thicken up. I'm gonna turn the heat off. Just because I'm so scared I don't want to overcook it. Turn the heat off. I'm going to pour in that vanilla. Mix that in, and then I'm going to take this out of this pot. Just so that it doesn't continue to cook. Stir that in. And Ralph said, what time company's showing up? They're showing up at 7:30, and it's like 6:05 right now. So we're not going to be here long, y'all. We ain't going to be here long. Then I'm just going to take it out of this pot so that my caramel doesn't overcook. Put that over here. Let me readjust my foodie gang. Hey, Angela. What's going on? We're just doing a bonus episode. We're making better than sex cake. And I have already made the cake just because it takes like 30 minutes to bake. We gonna get started with our toppings though. So we got the yellow cake right here. And we just made caramel. We just made homemade caramel. We are putting this off to the side. So it is really, really hot right now. So we're going to just let this cool and we're going to work on our restaurant toppings. Okay. Here we go, here we go, here we go. How is everybody's day going though? Okay, so we're just doing a bonus episode. We're making my version of Better Than Sex Cake. And we're going to be doing a fish sandwich mukbang here in about an hour and 30 minutes. So y'all make sure y'all tune back in for that. We have our yellow cake here and I'm just putting on chocolate frosting. And the cake is still pretty warm, which is actually kind of good because then it'll make the frosting kind of melt. It's gonna be so delicious. And I normally do that too, where I take my cake out of the pan. But for this recipe, you serve the cake out of this pan. But I do normally take my cakes out of the pan and I let them cool. But this one, you serve it in here, and it's kind of nice when the cake doesn't cool, because then the frosting it'd be like so yummy and moist. Yes, yeah, I do normally do that. And then what I do like the circle cakes, and then I like flip them out, let them cool completely, then frost them. But this recipe is a little bit different because you want your cake to be kind of warm. You put all the toppings on it, and it's just so good. We made one of these cakes, but we made it for Ava, and it was really, really delicious. Okay, so we got our toppings here. We have our cream cheese morsels, our candy bites, um, pecan bites, toasted coconut, chocolate sauce, and we got some caramel sauce. So we got a lot to put on here. And yes, Raph, I normally do it that way, but I'm doing this one a little bit different. Doing this a little bit different. So we're gonna go in with the toasted coconut, and then this recipe is gonna have a lot of toppings on it. Some more. And then Ralph said, I'm off the sugar and flour. Oh, ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. And Angela said, I love toasted coconut. It's so good. And what I did this time was I got coconut from the store and I actually toasted it myself. And like when you toast your own coconut, it makes your house smell delicious, and the flavor is just so much different. So now we're gonna go in with those pecans. Ooh, it's going down over here. Then we got the cream cheese and morsels. And you know what, Ralph? It's funny that you say that because my uncle was talking about carrot cake as well, how he wanted some. And I was going through my recipes because I've been saving recipes for years. I was going through my recipes and I actually found a recipe for carrot cake. And so I pulled it out and put it aside because my uncle wants me to make carrot cake. But I want to admit to you guys, I'm a little bit nervous about baking. I just be nervous about it. You know what I'm saying? Just nervous about it. Just a little closer. Can y'all see? Let me back y'all up. Let me give y'all the perfect view, foodie gang. Okay, so we got yellow cake here, chocolate frosting, cream cheese morsels, pecans, and toasted coconut. But we are not done. We are not done. This cake right here, you can only eat a little piece of it. And Ralph said that looks good. But yes, Ralph, I have a carrot cake recipe, and my uncle has been asking about carrot cake, so I'm gonna think about making it. But I'm gonna be honest with y'all. You know how they be making those little carrots out of fondant and all that stuff? I don't know. I know I ain't gonna be able to do that part, so I gotta like think about how I'm gonna decorate it. Okay, then we got some candy pieces that are going on here. It's a whole lot going on in this cake. That's why I'm making this cake for the mukbang, because this is clearly going to be too much cake for me to eat by myself. Um, Angela said the more you bake, the more your confidence will grow. I agree with that. And then Ross said cream cheese frosting. No, I use chocolate frosting. And then that's why I said this is my version of better than sex cake. Because I was looking at some pictures, and I think they use like vanilla or cream cheese. I don't know. I don't know what they do. But this is my version of better than sex cake. So then we got a little bit of chocolate sauce. I'm not going to put too much on here. And then we got this caramel. Let me see. Ooh. See what we gonna do, what we gonna do, because it's hot right here. But this is the cake so far. Mm. And you can feel on the bottom, it's like still warm. So all this is gonna melt on there. Ah! It kind of reminds me of s'mores a little bit. I would like to put this in a squeeze bottle, but I know it's way too hot for that. So I think we're just gonna ladle some on top. Mmm. Yes, Angela is definitely correct. This is a perfect cake for a mukbang when you are having a lot of guests over. Just because it's like there's no way you're gonna eat a ton of this. So we're gonna be doing a fish sandwich mukbang here very shortly, and my family's gonna come over. And my sister actually sent me this recipe for this better than sex cake, so I know she is gonna be super super excited. And during that live stream, I will cut it, but I just wanted to show you guys the part where I'm making it, but just look at that. It just looks wonderful. And we have a little bit of homemade caramel here. What I'm going to do is put some plastic wrap on the top. And we're just going to leave that on the counter while it's cooling down. I gotta get some more. I'm over here struggling. Okay, there we go. And Susie B said almost looks like brownies. Yes! This does look like brownies, but when you cut into it, it's yellow cake down below. So it's kind of a fun idea. And The great thing about this cake is like you baking it here and you serving it here as well. So it's nice. It's just a nice cake. But we got to get ready for the mukbang. I just wanted to show you guys the dessert. I'm gonna get everything ready and kind of change around the kitchen, and we're gonna start frying some stuff. We're gonna get ready for our guests, and we're gonna have a whole little dinner party. And I cannot wait until we cut into this cake because it's gonna be delicious. Definitely giving me brownie vibe. It's definitely giving me s'mores vibes and all that. But yellow cake, chocolate frosting, pecans, toasted coconut, cream cheese morsels, chocolate sauce, and a caramel that we made from scratch together. Um, but yeah, y'all, this is gonna be a short live. I just wanted to show this cake, share this cake with you guys, and I'm gonna get ready for the fish sandwich mukbang, and we are gonna have my family here, so y'all make sure y'all tune back in. And ever loving Outdoors, how have you been? And we made my version of Better Than Sex cake. So this is actually yellow cake with chocolate frosting and a whole bunch of toppings. And I showed you guys how to make caramel from scratch. And then Ralph said he would have tried a piece. And food is such a big part of a person's social life. It is, Angela. And if you think about it, every social gathering that we go to, food is always there. Whether that's a birthday party, a school event, a school dance, a wedding, like food is always there. Food is life. And the Ever Loving Outdoors, I don't know if I saw your food invention. Um, you're talking about the Facebook food group, right? You're talking about the Facebook food group, Foodie Gang fan page. Y'all make sure y'all join. Um, if you're talking about the food page, I did not see your drink. But if you are who I think you are, no, okay, I'm thinking of somebody else. No, I have not seen it on here, but I'll have to check it out. It's been a busy weekend for me. We've been prepping. My daughter had a competition. I will definitely have to check it out. And Ralph said, I'm gonna go look. Yes, okay, so we prepped last night for the fish sandwich mukbang. The guests are gonna be here shortly. I'm gonna start frying up fish, get the table and the living room set up, and Ever Loving Outdoor said Mountain Dew and Starbucks caramel creamer. It's amazing. I have never thought of that before. I have never thought of that. But it's like, it's crazy because it's like so many inventions we discover on accident, and so you never really know until you try it. But I gotta get up out of here. We gotta get ready for the fish sandwich mukbang. Turn your notifications on, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and come back so you can see us cut my version of Better Than Sex cake. But thank you guys all so much. Shout out to the moderators. I'll see y'all in like an hour or so. Okay? All right. I am your host, and this is Kitchen Talk with Chef Big Bang. I will see you guys shortly for dinner. Hey, Swaggy C. We are just making dessert for our fish sandwich mukbang, and I made my version of Better Than Sex cake. I showed you guys how to make homemade caramel and so much more. We are going to be having dinner in about an hour and a half, so y'all make sure y'all tune back in. I love you guys. Have a great day. I'll see you guys in a little bit.